Welcome to the Maidley Court Hotel in Telford, formerly Wenlock Priory. Locally rumoured to be inhabited by dark entities, one of who is a ghostly monk who manifests out of thin air. His features are hidden by draping robes, and if you try to talk to him, he vanishes into thin air. But actually, the scariest thing about this hotel is the 20 grand fine they got for having a manky kitchen. As fun as it sounds, we're not actually here to meet a really crabbit monk. We're here for Wales Comicon Telford takeover. So, go to the left from here. And we're looking for a lift. Oh, what was that? Something. Is the lift easier to get to from round here or round there?
Let's go.
No, just go round. So far we're not doing too well. We've been in the queue, as you've seen from some of the footage, and we got sent all the way around to the right to get the lift, which wasn't actually all the way around to the right, and now we've got sent back, and it's one of these shitey lifts that you get, you know, interim lifts that places get, really, really weird looking things. So I'll show you when we get in, but yep, accessibility wise so far, bit shit. This lift was like when you get a delivery from a truck of a heavy item and it sort of like lowers it down on the truck, except it was inside a very, very narrow death box. Not ideal. So that's us got in. It's 9:30 in the morning on the Sunday and we're in and we've got VIP. Thanks Mum, it's my 40th birthday present, so I'm really excited. So yeah, that was dead simple. I'll have explained to you how to get in with if you're using a lift, if you can call that a lift. And we're in and it's really quiet. We've got our VIP passes with all the bits and pieces that you get with it, and we're all set and ready to go. I think the easiest way to explain about fandom and chronic pain is that we have a lot of time on our hands, and sometimes it's easier to relate to fictional characters than it is to real life people. Isolation is another major factor in chronic illness. So when you're isolated from other people and you feel like you don't fit in, programmes that sort of show misfits and people on the fringes of society, it's really relatable. I've always been a massive fan of stories, but when you can bring those stories to life, it doesn't really matter what age you are, there's nothing as fun.
I wonder what I got the police as well. She's going to want this for scrap.
Are you checking for scrap? Wow! That is so cool. I've no scrap, sorry. I'm working. Thank you. Oh, you look amazing, mate. Amazing. The absolutely other wonderful thing about Comicon is the disabled to abled ratio. It's just higher and nobody stares at anybody, everybody just fits in. Campbell?
You're not getting one.
Hello? You're not looking at me? Well, look at me. Everybody generally has the same mentality. We're all there to have fun and celebrate our fandoms. We're not there to make anyone feel out of place or judge anyone. Honestly, it's some of the happiest times I've ever had. Time for lunch, we're getting a hot dog. It's super organised here actually, it's worked out really well. We haven't had to over queue for anything. Accessibility's been excellent, apart from the original entrance into the International Centre itself, because the lift outside seems to have melted down. So, but once you get in the place, it's really accessible, which is weird. I don't understand that. So yeah, a bit of lunch. We got Super Mario. We got Donald Logue from Gotham, Mark Addy from Game of Thrones, Clive Mantle from Game of Thrones. Who else? Sauce. This is us in the queue for Matthew Lewis signing. Now, it looks manic, but honestly the atmosphere is just great. There's an overwalk where from both sides of the hall you can see the signers coming in, and it's just everybody starts cheering. Now, really the only reason we're queuing here is because we got in early and we wanted to get the signature. Throughout the day, the queues moved quite well. I mean, really, you're spending maybe about 2 to 3 minutes with the person signing, so if you see a large queue, don't necessarily be put off by it. We also booked a couple of photo shoots with David Bradley, Ewan Ryan and Michael Rooker and Sean Gunn, and that was a load of fun, really well organised, hardly any waiting. That was with VIP passes, but also without them it looked really straightforward. I can't actually believe this right now, but I'm going to meet Mario, the voice of Mario. I have been obsessed with Nintendo and all things Super Mario since 1989 when I got my first NES, and honestly this was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. We got to meet Charles Martinet, the voice of Super Mario, and he was one of the sweetest guys I've ever met. And yes, that is somebody cosplaying Fat Thor. Actually, I'm going to stay in this for my picture with Mario because it's Mario Kart. Oh my god, I'm 40. I love this. Oh. Yippee! I think one of the most astounding things about Comicon is the effort that people put into their cosplays. You can really see the passion come through in their work, and a lot of people make these things from scratch themselves. Also, they're a really friendly bunch and they'll be more than happy to talk to you about how they made their cosplay and take pics with you if you ask them. As a chronically ill person, I often find it can be hard to make new friendships, but Comicon is different. There's so many people there that share the same passion for the same things as you that you can really make some excellent connections. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you've never thought about going to a con before, have a look in your area and see if there's any coming up, because I think you'd really enjoy it.